welcome back to my channel, Country Conversations with DVD. This is going to be a country quickie, and I'm going to get right to the point. Now, I'm going to talk about Joseline. It's going to be a Joseline and Sheree mix. So let's get started. All right, let's jump right on in with Joseline and her interview with Carlos. Now, I didn't watch the whole thing because Joseline's ass get on my nerves. Period. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Now, a lot of people like Joseline when she was on the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. No, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I don't think I liked her then. You know, she says that she is a businesswoman, but I don't think she was ever humble. It seemed like she came on the show arrogant as fuck from the beginning. You know, a lot of people saying, she was the underdog and, it was Stevie playing her. But I think she had an agenda from the beginning. Either way, I didn't like her. We're going to talk about the Puerto Rican thing and her calling herself black. People, a lot of people didn't pay attention in geography. I learned this from an English teacher in the 80s. The difference between race and nationality. So let's go over that really quickly. My teacher told me one day, asked the whole class, what is your race? That was the first thing she asked. And what is your nationality? And I told her, I'll never forget me standing up and saying, I'm black. And that's my nationality. I'm black. And, she explained the difference between black and American, right? I said, black American. No. And somebody else stood up and said, the white kid stood up and said, I'm white American. Right? So, whole class. And she said, all of you are wrong. Yes, you live in America. So that is your nationality. Your nationality and your race are two different things. Your race is Negroid and Caucasoid. Because it was only one biracial Native American in our class. So she was Native American and white. So back then we didn't use Native American. So she said the old term and she was the original American. That's what she said. In the 7th grade, shout out to Miss Holmes, she taught us that. And I was wondering to myself, in tiny little small town I live in, we learned the difference. Now, I don't know if it stuck with everybody, but it definitely stuck with me that day because it made so much sense. And I was like, so I did more research on the matter. Way back then, before I even went to college or anything, on what the difference between race and nationality was. I said all that to say Joseline is from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is her country of origin. Now, I know a lot of people with countries of origin tend to say what their country of origin is. Like Mexican people come here, say they're Mexican. Uh, Italian people come here, say they're Italian. But when you are a nationalized citizen of America, you are American. Right? Like Joy Behar. Every time you see her, she's saying she's Italian. Teresa Giudice. Same thing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Teresa was born in Italy, but her race is white, Caucasoid. Sorry, I'm using technical terms. She's Caucasoid. An American Caucasoid because Joe was the only one who had to go back. She's an American citizen. Right? So, with African Americans, they call us African Americans, but our race is Negroid, technical term, and our nationality is American. Now, I don't know if Joseline is here on a work visa or not. And how do Puerto Ricans in America get away with it? And that's why there's a distinction there. But Puerto Ricans who live in America and are nationalized citizens are American. They're not Puerto Rican. Born in Puerto Rico, perhaps, like Joseline was born there. But she is not Puerto Rican if she's a nationalized citizen of America. She's an American. So the hang up with a lot of black people is that she's a Puerto Rican in America, and she calls herself black. The Negroid race is very prevalent in Puerto Rico. That is a nationality. Nation of origin. Mexican. If you were born in Mexico, you are Mexican. People went absolutely ballistic when they heard Lupita Nyong'o. Is that her name? Lupita? How am I forgetting Lupita's name? Her last name. Anyway, point is, people went crazy when she said she was a Latina. She is. She was born in Mexico. Now, I'm not sure if she's a nationalized American or not. Just because her skin is Negroid skin color, her country of origin is Mexico. That's her nationality. Black folks on the web went nuts because they saw a black woman say she was Latina. Well, her name is Lupita. She was born in Mexico. Same thing with Joseline. Back to Joseline. Born in Puerto Rico. She still calls herself Puerto Rican. If she is nationalized, then she's American, no longer Puerto Rican. And a lot of Puerto Ricans do that when they come here. If you're nationalized, you're no longer Puerto Rican. You're American. Your race does not change. Your nationality can change, but your race doesn't. People are saying Joseline is not African American. She is Puerto Rican. Now, Joseline says that she is black. So if she had two Negroid parents born in Puerto Rico, then that makes her a Negroid. Negroid people are in Puerto Rico. Negroid people are all over the diaspora. So it does not bother me one bit when the lady says that she is black. There are black Puerto Ricans, Negroid, technical term. There are Caucasoid Puerto Ricans. And the most important, there are native Puerto Ricans. And I do mean just like here in America. There are native Puerto Ricans and there are Native Americans, meaning that they are the descendants of Asiatic people who came to the Americas. That's how race goes. Quick little lesson on nationality and race. Okay, now back to her in the interview. She threw out some shots at Nene, allegedly. She threw out some shots at Kenya, allegedly. And she said she made it on her own and she doesn't complain. Well, Zeus is a totally different ball game than Bravo. And you can say you made it on your own as Zeus, and that is a great thing, and you probably are a millionaire. But at the same time, I'm sure Kenya and Nene, when Nene was at the top of her game, probably made more money with Bravo than you make owning your own business. Now, she is cocky, disrespectful. I have not watched one episode of Joseline's Cabaret, but I have seen plenty of clips where this woman is violent. I saw her and Ballistic on boot camp, and they have a very volatile relationship by looking at it on there. Same with her on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and same with her in the clips that I've seen from Joseline's Cabaret. It is nothing at all appealing about her personality to me. I watched her on College Hill. Disgusting. Amber Rose makes all her money in black spaces because just like with Erica Mena, we allow her to do so. Amber Rose has come to the realization that she prefers, it seems to me at this point, her Portuguese side. Now, Portuguese people are white. They enslaved Africans along the coast of Africa in the Cape Verde. Her folks are from Cape Verde. If that lady says she's white, or you barely hear her say that she's biracial, watch her. I have seen Amber Rose in interviews, and Amber Rose is taking on the personality of her grandparents. Her grandparents are from the Cape. A lot of Cape Verdeans identify a lot. No matter what, just like with the Dominicans, no matter what the enslavement of the African side of them, they like to love their Portuguese side. So when that unnecessary argument happened, you want to be Josh, you want to be white. So what? She's just identifying how she is or what she is. Now, a lot of black people are upset because, she makes her money off her, just like Joseline and Erica. So what? We did it. We created the monster that is Amber. We created the monster that is Eric. And we created the monster that is Joseline Hernandez. Black folks. American black folks. American Negroids did that. Now we upset about it. Okay. This lady is the worst of the worst to me. She is more than an overinflated ego. This lady thinks she treats women how men have treated her. Like she's a pimp. And Carlos is interviewing her and not calling her out on this. From what I saw. Weird. You're going to let her sit up there and talk about all her success and all of her, accolades and not call her out. She was having a fit. I saw that episode of Wendy Williams. Lady having a fit because she didn't feel like she was being praised enough as a black Puerto Rican woman by Wendy. It had gotten to the point where her and Wendy was just like, just do the shoe cam. And she's still talking about other things. Now, you may not know what I know, because I think we all know this. The lady, if Nene wanted to call somebody a C-head, that right there is a prime example. Mind all over the place. Enraged. And so when they said they were taking her to jail, I didn't give not one single solitary vote. And that's enough on Joseline that I don't like her. Attitude, horrible. Didn't like her from jump. When her and Stevie, she didn't want Stevie to put her back on the podium. Forget her. Like I said, we created that monster. And we created Nene too, which I hate that Nene can't find it in her body. Not even one bone in her body to humble herself at all. And I'm not talking about humbling herself to Andy. I'm just talking about in general. Now, Joseline, I don't care. Let her float on to whatever she's supposed to be floating on to. Next topic. Let's talk about Sheree. Now, Sheree Whitfield. Sheree Stuttering Whitfield. Sheree, she buy, she don't pay Whitfield. Sheree is a mess, ain't she? Sheree sashayed her butt up on that stage and floated around in Candy's face. Now, I don't know if Candy has given her any opportunities or not, but I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, they never had the kind of beef that Sheree is acting like they had. I don't recall in all the years that I have watched the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I've never missed an episode that I can recall, even being able to watch it on Peacock now and streaming services. I don't remember missing an episode where I could see where they would have these type of arguments that I recall. So when she came back to the show and she was cool with Marlo, the same Marlo who she had so much beef with in South Africa. They were cool. I was wondering what was her issue with Candy. All I've ever known her and Candy to be were cool, or better yet, friend or friendly. So to see her sashay her tail across that stage and tell her, you could never. For what? Now, a lot of people saying that that was Anthony. Anthony's disdain for Candy has become really prevalent. Now, like I said in a previous interview, Anthony called her a boon with a C in front of it. So that might have been where her disdain for Candy had come from. I think to them, Candy is an easy target. I heard them on the right side of the couch saying that Candy side of the couch over there on the left side, they were broke bees and they need to get their money up. Sheree, I saw you in 2008 saying you were going to start a fashion house called Sheba. Sheree. Never liked you because I saw how you acted towards the rest of the girls when you were so-called starting your fashion line. The fashion with no fashions. Remember Dwight said that? Who has a show with fashion with no fashion? Well, Lisa had a show and she had fashions. But you still had something to say. What I have noticed about you, and this is why I don't like you over the years, and this is in her, okay? So you can say about what's reality TV, I'm a good reader of people. This is in this lady. She looks down on everyone. And when she thinks somebody is doing better than she is, she takes issue with it. Candy has been Candy since the inception of this show. She knew that. However, she saw a opportunity, being the opportunist that she is, she saw opportunity to take digs at Candy with Marlo because she had ally, right? So press fast forward 15 years later, we still don't have a fashion house. She has somewhat of a fashion website, but not a fashion house. This lady, to me, was trying to be the next Balenciaga. Then we saw her fumble over her words with the September joggers. The fuck? You want a fashion house? Now, a lot of fashion houses has, a sports line, right? But they also sell elegant apparel. I didn't see that on her website. I went to that website myself, as broke as I am, and the only thing that I probably could have afforded was a keychain. Sheree didn't have anything original made by her hand or people's hands that she had paid on the page. So I thought that was weird. And I was like, you can't create a fashion house like this if you don't have designers. You don't have a team. We saw on the show where she didn't want to pay a team. None of these things can happen without you paying a team. Foolishness. You need somebody in PR. You need somebody in upper management. You need you an assistant. Consistent assistant. That's how business works. And if you have to take out loans to do that, that's the risk you take in opening your own business. This lady, loosely, This lady sits back and takes people's services and not pay them. Andy told her, you have a strange relationship with bills. And when she said on the show, because there was scuttlebutt out there, that she hadn't paid the designers for the clothes on the runway. There was already scuttlebutt out there before he came forward publicly that she hadn't paid him. I knew it was true. And she solidified my thoughts when she told her sister daughter, Tiara, that she tells her bill collectors she will pay them when she gets it. I knew then when that man came out, he wasn't lying. You cannot do that. Then let's go back to last year's reunion. What did she say? If they don't do the service right, then I'm not paying. That's not how that works. You either pay them at a discounted rate or you come up, like, for me, for example, I'm going to give you a good example. AT&T. AT&T has provided me with the most shitty internet service of any internet service I have ever had. Even dial-up. Yeah, it's worse than dial-up. AOL, you got mail. Those days, worse than that. And when I say worse, I mean blinking in and out, taking days for me to start what is now my new business with YouTube, taking days to upload my videos. But when I got ready to transfer my services, I cut the food. But in order for me to get service with my new company, I knew that I had to pay AT&T something. So we worked out the deal. Sheree thinks that if she complains enough and she acts a jackass enough, that she doesn't have to pay anything. Wow. Even me, who's not on a national show, making thousands of dollars, knows that that's not how the service industry works. What did you think this young man, who is established and trying to move up by giving you an opportunity to have a win-win situation? Y'all play off each other. He gets his national attention on the show, and you get the clothes. And then he had heavily discounted for you. Allegedly. And you still, in all of your glory, in all of your arrogance, don't think that you have to pay this man. Foolishness. Disappointing. Embarrassing. A black woman taking advantage of this black man. Baby, you live in a home that is on display on this show. Right? That have the best of everything in there. Your living room furniture alone, you said, costs anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000. And you brag on that. But you can't say or brag on the fact that you pay people. Insanity. Now, here's a little ditty. You ready? Ready? Ready for the ditty? That pajama party that she had last year. I know the young lady who did the pajama party. Grew up right down the street from me. I have always wanted to ask her, did Sheree pay her? always. But I never do ask her that because for the simple fact that I saw her on TV. I almost said her name. I'm not gonna say her name. I almost said her name. And sweet girl, right? Grew up in a home with a single mother, humble as she could be. I just hope Sheree didn't take advantage of her. Because that would make me want to beat her ass. Because that's personal. But I have never heard her say out her mouth in any way, social media or anything, that she didn't benefit from that. So, which is great. Ever since she little girl, ever since she was a little girl around here, her mom was the same way, designing clothes for dolls, making things pretty. Her grandmother was the same way. So I said all that to say that I hope she didn't take advantage of somebody that I know personally. But that guy, I literally, even though he was talking cash money-ish, I felt sorry for him. You know who I don't feel sorry for? Sheree. Sheree, if you don't have it, if you ain't got it, if she ain't got it, don't employ these people. You are taking advantage of people who you think are beneath you. Ridiculous. Insane. I don't like it at all. Stop doing that. You're going to alienate your fan base. You have fans. You have fans. You're going to alienate your fan base, the ones of us who, have it in here and understand that you're a snake and you exhibit snake behavior. Low down, dirty snake is what you are. And in closing, I'm going to say, she don't pay, start to pay. I'm out. This is Country Conversations with DVD. I said everything I said off the cuff. Because that's the way I've always felt about Joseline and Sheree. Okay? These are Country Conversations with DVD. I'm out. Like, comment, and subscribe to my video and my channel. I am getting the views, like I said, but for some reason, how? I've only been going on 3 weeks this week. I've gotten 2 accolades from YouTube already. But y'all won't give me the subscribers. On my Bell Collecting video alone, already, I have close to 700 views. That's good for a new YouTuber. You can't tell me that it's not. I won't let anybody take this shine from me on that because I know that it is good. For 2 weeks, going on 3. But it's already 700 and some views on that video. All you have to do is give me the 700 and some likes and the 700 and some subscribers, and then I will already be close to my goal. Right? But anyway, back to that. Like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate you guys for watching my videos, but just hit the like button and subscribe when you do it. Country Conversations, again, with DVD. I'm out this time for real. I'm checking them up. Deuces.